Studios. This is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Auto repair with personal care. We know what we're talking about. Matt Gibbs and the guys over at Sunrise Automotive will treat you right. Will treat you right.
Yes, they will. I know that for a fact. First-hand knowledge. 5 minutes after 10 o'clock, Matt Gibbs is in here from Sunrise Automotive and Crossroad Auto Sales. Both businesses are on the same property. In the front, at the street, you can see the cars that Matt has for sale. And behind that is the garage where those cars get worked on so that they are perfect. So when you buy them, you have a nice car like the one I have. Good morning, Matt. How you doing?
How are you?
I got a Buick Rendezvous.
Buick Rendezvous. Hey, you ought to see the car we got on sale today.
What do you have?
We got the manager special.
Oh, really? Are you the manager?
No. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I'm the manager.
Okay, and what's the special?
All kinds of things. The manager special for this week, right? We're going to price this to sell. We're pricing this car to sell.
Okay, I'm interested.
2010.
Okay, 5 years newer than mine.
2010.
Yes.
Ferrari.
A Ferrari?
A Ferrari.
Oh, my gosh.
California Spider.
I can't afford that.
24,500 miles.
Uh-huh. Wow.
Okay, for the low price.
Of?
$92,000.
Yeah, I can't do that one.
$92,000.
It'll sell before you off the air today.
Come on, somebody somebody listening. Come on,
somebody will buy it.
$92,000. It was bought at a Mecum auction in February.
What color is it?
It's red with tan leather interior.
Tell me about the things most people want to know, like the engine and all that stuff.
I don't know.
How many seats?
How many seats? It's a Ferrari.
That's my question. How many seats in the Ferrari?
2.
Okay, I didn't know.
I didn't either.
two seats. That's it, huh?
It's a 2-seat. It's a Ferrari.
Is it low to the ground?
Low to the ground, brother. Low to the ground.
Can I fit in it? Will I be able to fit?
If you take open the convertible, you could get in there. You jump in. You get from the.
My head will be sticking out the top.
Yeah, you could. You don't need stinking top with you in there. You just take it off.
Did you drive it?
No, I haven't driven it.
Well,
it's not at my place. But it's here in Ocala, and I was approached about it. So this car is available here in Ocala. It was bought in February at a Mecum auction, and the owner paid $115,500 for the car. And it's funny how these guys, these car guys, they'll have a car like this for a while, and they just turn it over and get another car. Just let's get rid of that one, let's get another one.
So somehow it's available from you.
Yeah, it's available through me or from me or to me. I have the guy.
To you? You want it?
No, I don't want it.
Now, why wouldn't you want that car?
Why wouldn't I want it? That kind of car doesn't do nothing for me.
Oh, okay.
I'd rather have I would say a muscle car, but I don't even want an old muscle car. I want a new muscle car, like a Hellcat or something. Like that.
Hellcat.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a bulky car?
It's not bulky. No.
like a.
It's like a full size car.
Okay. Is there any trunk room in the Ferrari?
Yeah. No, the Ferrari.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a Ferrari.
So no trunk room.
No, it don't have no trunk room.
So what do you use this car for?
You drive around and say, "I own a Ferrari." It's a sports car.
How fast? Did you tell me already? How fast?
No, I don't know how fast it'll. I mean, it'll.
Aren't they known for speed?
Yeah, they're known for speed and handling and performance. Yeah, I would say yes.
Now, how much? $92,000?
Yeah, it was $224,000 new.
In 2010?
In 2010.
Okay. And now it's only 24,000 miles on it?
24,500 miles.
Why does that happen on here when I do that? Okay. I always have some wrong button pushed or something. So yesterday I posted a photograph for you.
Okay.
That you didn't see till you got here. Or did you even see it yet?
No, but you told me what it was. So.
Oh, man. I want you to look at it.
Well, okay, I'm looking.
It looks like a guy jumping off a cliff. But then I looked at it closely and I said, oh, that's a gas cap, but it's on the wrong side because my gas cap is on my left side, not my right side.
I see it.
You see it?
It looks like a dog pooping.
Did you see I tagged you? I said, Matt, what is this?
Yeah, what does this mean? It means your dog needs to go poo poo. See his little tail sticking over there?
I see it. Do you see what other people wrote? It's your gas cap.
Gas cap. Yes, gas cap. Gas cap. Oh, I thought. See, and you. Why'd you ask me? I think it's a little. It looks like
Okay,
a dog pooping.
because I already thought it was a gas cap before I even asked you.
And that's what it is.
But I went out to my car. The gas cap was on.
Uh-oh.
I took it off and put it back on,
Uh-oh.
and the light didn't go off.
Uh-oh.
I Googled it on my phone, and,
Okay.
and some guy said it happened to him, and he had to pay $400 to get it fixed. I said,
Okay.
oh, my gosh, $400? For what? The car wasn't working poorly. This morning, I started up the car. The light's still on. I'm driving into work. The light went off. So what the heck? What was that telling me?
What was it telling you?
Was it telling me there was a gas leak or something?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
So it's not going to be a fire from that
Nope.
signal, right?
Nope. That's one of these things we deal with every day.
Oh, I figured.
And,
Okay.
and I was just really curious to Google. When people Google stuff and they come to tell me how to fix their car because they
Oh, I didn't tell
Googled
you.
it.
I just told you how much it cost. $400, this guy said.
it's possible.
Really?
It is possible. Because what it's saying,
Here we go. This is going to make me nervous.
gasoline. You ever pour gasoline on the ground and see the vapors?
Yeah.
Okay. That car that you have, that Buick that you own, has a system. It's called, we call it an EVAP system.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And in that EVAP system, that monitors those vapors. Not the fuel, not the actual liquid, but the vapors
Okay.
that it sends out.
Spirit of gasoline.
The spirit of gasoline.
Okay.
So what's happening is it's saying that your vapors are leaving the car. We got a leak. And they have that gas cap. That would happen if you were getting gas and forgot to put the cap on.
Right.
All those vapors would come out the filler tube.
Okay.
So, but the computer can't tell if there's a line up, if something's broken, it's emitting gas from a cracked line, or if the gas cap, it can't. It doesn't.
It could be a cracked line?
It could be a cracked line, Larry. It could be a bad purge solenoid. It could be a bad vent solenoid. It could be a number of
Why
things.
did it go out then?
Because what happens is, once you turn the key so many times, it'll actually recycle itself. The EVAP system also, how much gas do you have in a car? Do you have less than a quarter tank?
I have about a half.
About a half tank? Okay, there's a certain parameter when the system actually shuts down because there's too much space.
Do you know what you're saying right now? I have something to tell you. Thank you, Robin.
Okay.
I filled up my tank the other day for the first time ever.
In your whole life?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Since I had the car.
Wow.
Usually I'm the guy at the halfway point.
Right. You're the $10 guy?
Yeah, I'm the $10. So could that have caused it? If I filled it up for the first time, it had all that gasoline in it, and now it's down to about the halfway point. Maybe that's part of the reason?
Well, no, it shouldn't be. But here's the deal. Whenever that light comes on, it does set a code. So we could actually go into
and look at it
and find out what code it said, and that whatever code it sets, it'll be affiliated to a certain component.
You have a phone call.
All righty.
Good morning. You're on the air with Matt Gibbs.
Yes, I had called a couple of weeks ago and I had a 2008 Chevy Trailblazer,
Yes, sir.
a six-cylinder, and asked you about a no-start problem.
Okay.
You had said it possibly would be the fuel pump.
Yes, sir.
They had put 2 fuel pumps on it before, both aftermarket fuel pumps.
Okay.
Well, I finally talked them into putting another fuel pump on it, and they put a factory AC Delco on it. I just wanted to thank you for that because I don't have a no-start problem anymore.
There you go.
Thank you for that. So I sure appreciate that. I have another question, if I may.
Okay.
since then, on where it reads out what's wrong and what's not wrong and all that, it says service airbag. What does that mean?
Okay, so if your service airbag, I do want you to understand, if the service airbag light is on, I want you to understand it's very important that if you are involved in an accident right now with that light on, your airbags will not deploy. Okay, so just so you know that they're not going to function. So what you need to do then is you need to bring it in and we need to scan it. That operating system, the airbag system, it'll set codes just like the engine will, just like the transmission will, just like the AC will. We can go in there and we can scan that system and find out what code it has, and then we can check whatever system whatever part of that system is not functioning correctly. The other thing that you may want to do, because of all the airbag issues that are out there, you may want to call Palm Chevrolet, because this is a Chevy Trailblazer, so you may want to call Palm Chevrolet, that's for the service department, give them your VIN number, and see if there's any open recalls on that airbag system. There's a lot of recalls right now on the airbag stuff, and depending on, and it's a 2008, depending on the mileage, they may have what they call, they may have extended warranties and stuff like that on the airbag systems. And if you brought it to us and we ran your VIN number, it would tell us too if there's an open recall. And but you can just get on the phone, give them your VIN number, give them your mileage, and they'll run your VIN number and see if there's any open recalls. Because you may have something that you don't have to pay for that may be dealt with under warranty through Chevrolet.
Could this run into an expensive item? Should it not be covered by the warranty?
It really depends. There's things in the system. There's some sensors that are not that expensive. The things that are expensive is the actual airbag itself. Those are not just an airbag. It's also a module. The steering wheel. The horn button is actually the airbag. Those do have problems. So if you have to buy that airbag, that can get quite expensive, like $1,000 expensive. And okay. Now let me ask you this: do you know if the horn works?
Yes, it does.
It does work. You know for a fact that the horn's working since the light's been coming on.
Yes, sir. I've tried it.
Okay, because part of you stop and think about it, that airbag that's in the middle of your steering wheel, well, the wires that connect to that airbag, it's what we call a clock spring. So when you turn the steering wheel, those wires have to stretch and expand and retract if you turn right, left. So there's what they call the clock spring, but it also operates your horn. So but if that clock spring is bad, and it could be bad, and it could just be affecting the airbag side of that, when we put our scanner to it and we pull out a code, because it will have a code, it'll tell us that there's a failure with the clock spring. We do a test on it, and if it fails, then you need a new clock spring, and we'll charge accordingly to what needs to be done.
I see. It has two airbags, a front and a passenger. Could just one of them be bad?
Yeah, just one of them could be bad. Hey, that right there, 2008, it's possible that it even has airbags in the pillars, in the A pillars, which is like on the side of the windshields on the front and rear.
I see.
And some of them, and there may be even a side curtain airbag that's actually in the side of your front seats. They're getting quite extensive of where these airbags are placed in these cars.
Yes, sir. Well, once again, I want to thank you for solving my problem on the fuel pump situation. I was very fortunate that people that fix it did finally agree to go ahead and put a factory one on there, and that cured the problem.
Yeah, we see it a lot. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'll call the Chevy dealer, and I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
I love that call. Thank you so much. That was a good call.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's what you're here for. Hey, if anybody else has a question like that, I just call. I want to hear these kind of calls. It's a lot. Do you know, there was an accident here behind the mall, and everybody looked okay, so that's the most important part. But I saw airbags all over that, in the windows and everywhere. Everything opened up, it looked like. Yeah. All right, if you want to call, the number is 622-9622. If you want to visit Matt at Sunrise Automotive, he is at 1800 Northwest 10th Street, and that's also where he has cars for sale. The Ferrari is not there, apparently, but he does have access to it. $92,000.
Yeah.
Is that in-store financing?
No, that's not.
Not that
That's one payment. We'll do that one for one payment.
So go visit Matt if you have something going on with your car. You are the guy I go to for my car stuff. And Robin goes to for her car stuff. So, oh my gosh, I forgot what I was going to ask you. Oh, I was going to mention the Christmas stuff. Keep Matt in mind if you have somebody in your life who you think would benefit from an oil change, a $100 gift card for some work on their cars, or tires. You sell tires. I mean, just keep the car in mind. That's one of the things you hate to spend money on, right? Is most people do, is tires.
Yeah,
I hate spending money on tires.
And records, tow trucks.
You do hate spending money on tow trucks.
Everybody hates spending money on tow trucks.
Well, most people have insurance that covers that. No,
you'd be surprised.
Really?
I mean, it's like, oh my, you got to have a towed. Oh my God, how much does that cost? Oh my, how much does it cost to have the car towed? $45. Oh. It's funny how people freak out and they think they got to have.
It's going to be a fortune.
Yeah.
Well. What's your advice to that? I would say get insurance that covers it,
AAA.
or AAA. Yeah, one of those.
And a lot of your car insurances offer towing.
Do you know what? I wanted to tell you this. We went to the Bat Festival on Saturday.
Wow, that seems interesting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now the Bat Festival is the address for the place is Gainesville.
Okay.
So my little GPS lady is saying turn right, turn left, turn right, and I'm not in Gainesville anymore. I guess technically I am, but I'm in the woods. And I said to Robin, I said, we got enough gas, don't worry. But now we're driving. And I said, wait a minute, this is like really on E. How much farther is this? And she said, 5 miles. Till the next turn. I don't mean Robin, I mean the lady on the phone. So she says 5 miles, okay. And then another 5 miles. I said, oh my gosh, where's the nearest gas station? Long story short, we found one about 5 miles past the Bat place. And when we filled it, that's when we filled it up. Okay, so I think it took 14 and a half gallons. Okay. No. So we didn't fill it up. We put $40 worth in. And it was, I think, 14 and a half gallons. Does that sound about right? Okay. So we didn't really fill it up, but it was on the F. And then we looked to see how many gallons that tank was. It said 17. Does that sound right?
That sounds about right.
Okay. So that means that as low as it looked on that E, I still had a good 40 miles of driving.
Yeah. So you might only start putting $8 of gas in your car.
No, I'm usually the $20 guy.
$20
I usually go 10 or 20, yeah. Or 15, 10, 20.
So how was the bat thing?
The bat thing was awesome.
Did you get a bat house for your house?
No, but they had bats there the size of cats. The body of it was the size of the body of a cat, and then the wings were gigantic. It was unbelievable. Yeah, and when I said gigantic, 6 feet.
That's pretty big.
Across,
that's a big old bat right there.
Yeah, I know. You have a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Matt.
Good morning. I got a question for Matt.
Okay.
All right. I got a Toyota 2000 4Runner.
Okay.
And I went for a conventional tune-up and stuff, and it got done. Afterwards, the reason I took it in for a tune-up is because whenever I got to a light after driving 10, 20 miles, I would come to a light and then it would start hesitant and like it wanted to turn off.
Okay.
Now, back in the day, all I would have to do is get a screwdriver and adjust the idle on the carburetor, but these are fuel injected. Now I took it back to a different mechanic, and he said that this, that, the other thing needed be done. Well, $500, $600 later, it's still doing it right today. As a matter of fact, I'm at a red light right now, and it's doing it. It wants to cut off. Now he's telling me that I need to get this other part that costs $400 plus $200 part. So I think he's just milking me for money. Do you have any idea what it might can be?
Is the check engine light, is it on?
No.
No check engine light?
Nope.
And this is a 2000 4Runner?
Correct.
And do you know what size motor? Is this a 4-liter?
Yes.
Okay. Has anybody cleaned the mass airflow sensor?
Yes. The fuel injectors are all being cleaned.
Yeah, but not. Did someone clean the mass airflow sensor though?
That's. Can you describe what it looks like, and then I'll tell you.
Well, the mass airflow sensor is in the tube, like where the air filter is going,
Yes. Yes. Now, when we took it apart, a friend of mine is a mechanic. He's pretty good. He works for After Hours. I don't know if you're familiar with that outfit. But anyhow, he cracked it a little bit, and we had to tape it. But I don't think that would do what it's doing, because this has been going on for a while. And again, I'm almost $1,000 into this problem, and it's still not solving. I'm scared of taking a long distance trip, because it only seems to do it when I'm driving more than 10 miles or 20 miles, constantly.
Yeah.
And then I get to a light, and it wants to cut off. And I thought it might be because I have the AC on or whatever, but it's not that. Because I'm trying to run it without the AC to avoid any extra stress on the engine,
Right.
So.
I mean, I have a couple things. I'm thinking, but I really would need the vehicle down at the shop and let me check a few things.
Now, are you going to do that analysis with the computer and whatever?
Yeah. I would definitely.
Because I know some people charge like almost $100 just to analyze it, and that to me is a little weird.
I hook it up. Well, what I do is I hook them up, and I'll just kind of glance, kind of look at some stuff. And I do that for free. I don't diagnose things for free, because my guys, they all get paid by what they do. So, I mean, if we want to look in it and see if any any history, I'll kind of flip through there and just kind of look at some of the data. And if I see something, then I'll say, hey, this is off. And I need to diagnose that. Then we'll talk about dollars and cents.
Now, let me ask you something. Because I asked for a printout from this guy that I think he ripped me off, after he put it through the computer. And I asked for his printout, but it was all gibberish, numbers and this and that. Now, if I bring that to you, are you going to be able to read it?
Yeah, I mean, I think
it will make sense to you.
Maybe I would have to see what it is. But if it's something that's been printed off a computer and whatnot, or a scan tool, yes, I would probably understand what it says.
All right, now where is it that you're located again?
I am on Highway 27, just west of Martin Luther King Boulevard. So if you're at Martin Luther King Boulevard, heading toward the interstate, I am 4 buildings on the left-hand side at that corner.
And what the name of your company is called?
Sunrise Automotive.
All right. Well, I appreciate your help, and I'm going to see if I can come and visit with you.
Okay.
And I just, I'm not a rich guy or anything like that. Maybe we can barter or something. I work in renovating homes and stuff. Maybe I can do something for you and you can help me out.
Okay, well, we'll just see about it. Let's just come on down and then let's just get an idea of what's going on with your car.
Very good, sir, and thank you for your help.
Not a problem. Thank you.
And if I could add my 2 cents, you're not going to find a more fair mechanic than Matt and his guys, and that's why Robert and I go to you guys. Not only fair, but knowledgeable. Those 2 things are important to me. Fair, knowledgeable. What else can you ask for, right? Go to see Matt and take your car there. If you didn't call in today and you have a question, Matt, as he said, is on what we call US 27. It's also known as Northwest 10th Street. The address is 1800 Northwest 10th Street if you're looking at it on your GPS thingy. Thank you, Matt. That was good. Good show.
Yeah, awesome.
And don't forget, Sunrise Automotive for Christmas gifts. Your daughter is going to need new tires.
Yes.
You don't want her driving around on flat tires.
No, can't do that.
Or bald tires is what I meant to say. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you, Larry.
We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Here is your 1-minute news brief. Authorities in Florida say Hurricane Michael has killed at least 29 people in the state, bringing the overall death toll to 39. The latest update in Florida adds 4 deaths from Bay County, bringing the total there to 19. The battle for Constitutional Amendment 13, which would ban gambling on commercial dog racing in Florida by 2020, has gotten ugly. At issue is not dog racing itself, but a phrase in the preamble to the proposed amendment that says, quote, the humane treatment of animals is a fundamental value of the people of the state of Florida, unquote. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration yesterday said it had ordered Transday North America to immediately stop transporting school children in Florida in a driverless school bus. A Pensacola woman is facing daily fines of $25 a day from